that fighting games have are not worth or are deserving as much as like I would say Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be.
Yeah,
Um,
that's definitely, from what it looks like, that's definitely a $60 game. But
that's a 65, like the plus tax, like 70 buck
yeah,
game.
that's
Take
yeah,
my money, you
yeah,
deserve it. That's fine, no
it'll be
problem.
fine. I've also booted
But
up the stream now, so let's go ahead and. Oh, by the way, guys, this is Aries from Aries Game Productions. We are actually on one of Mondo's streams, but I decided to do my own little side stream too, just
double
because
streams.
we haven't done a stream together in a little while. So it has been way too long since I think we did a stream. The last time we did one, I think, might have been it might have been when I was up at your place. The last time we did one.
Yeah, and then I died literally the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but we're not
um,
gonna talk about that.
so so what we will talk about is I'm going to also be doing some Jump Force gameplay in the background. I still like the game. I still really like the game.
Yeah.
And the um, but I do notice my last video actually did not have my audio for like half of my video when I first did Jump Force, and it only broadcasted the
R.I.P.
character and stuff. So let's go through before we get to some of the juicy topics of my stream. Let's just go over the characters from my stream. If you're actually looking at my video, so let's just go down the roster. We got Goku, Son Goku. Uh, Goku, of course, going to be balanced character. Um, Super well-rounded. Has a counter for like special moves and physical moves. So he just says, "Get off me!" if he has that one move on him. Um, and he has two awakenings, which I think him and Vegeta and Frieza are the only ones that have two awakenings. He, of course, does regular Super Saiyan, and then when his awakening gauge is filled all the way up, you can go into Super Saiyajin Blue God. But
What?
yeah, you can do that. And then of course, so abilities, you got the Kamehameha Meteor combination, which is basically Kaioken. That switches when he's in Super Saiyan. It turns into just like some pummel attack, but when he's in regular and blue, he can still go into the Kaioken. He can't do it while he's Super Saiyan. And then Raging Strike is his little basic attack. The Super Spirit Bomb, of course, it's Goku. His ultimate attack has to be the Spirit Bomb. Um, it just has to. It's too iconic, especially for a jump game. If they didn't have the Spirit Bomb as his attack, it'd be just sad. We got Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. And so Vegeta's also pretty well rounded. More about attacking you from afar versus trying to get up in your face. But he does have a little Spirit Breaker attack where he like does a little like mini cut scene where he's just like beating the shit out of you. Like I said, his awakening Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue, and of course his final attack is the Final Flash, which is always that's just the Vegeta staple. Uh,
Are you about to do like every character?
yeah, but it'll be pretty quick. Trunks, awakening is just Super Saiyan. His one of his best looking attacks is a little shining sword attack that he killed Frieza with in the anime. It it just looks dope. Frieza, um, cheap as shit in this game. Pretty much a derp character. Um, you could just spam Death Beam and you'll probably beat most people online. The Death Ball, of course, is his. He has two awakenings. His first is just 100% where he gets fucking bulked. Uh, and then the other one is Golden Frieza, which looks clean as fuck in this game. Um, Piccolo, not the biggest fan of Piccolo in this game. They kind of messed with him a little bit. If you want to play Piccolo, pick up Dragon Ball Fighters. He's all right in this game. No character in this game is just absolute trash, but there are characters in this game that do things better than others. Piccolo is just not one of them. Cell, on the other hand, is really good, like he is in pretty much every fighting game that he's been in. Cell's just being Cell. Monkey D. Luffy, actually one of my favorite characters to play as in this game. I hated playing as him in J Stars. I think Mondo can attest to how bad he felt in J
Mm-hmm.
Stars, but he actually feels really fun. He's just a really fun character. Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. broken as fuck. Pick this character if you want to win. Pick this character. If you just any match, you playing with your friends, you playing all that. Just pick Zeraora. You'll win. Pick him. He's so good. This character's broken as fuck. Sanji, pretty alright character. He does like the little fire kick abilities and stuff. His gimmick in the game is that he does not hurt the female characters. If you are fighting a female character, he will do 0 damage to them. So, it's kind of his quirk. So if you want to beat this character, pick a woman. Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard. Pretty nice, pretty all good around character. Boa Hancock. Use a fine lady. But also kind of good. Sabo. Sabo's actually pretty dope. I had some One Piece spoilers for his story, so I actually know who he is, which I wish I'd... In case I want to watch One Piece, it's kind of fucking ruined for me now. But, we have Uzumaki Naruto coming up. Also very good character. They actually managed to not fuck him up. I thought they were going to fuck him up really bad in this game. They didn't. So, props to Bandai Namco for not screwing up this character. Except for Rasengan, it's super hard to hit a Rasengan. Tailed Beast Bomb is a different story, but very hard to hit somebody with a Rasengan. Sasuke Uchiha, broken as fuck. Pick this character if you want to win too. He was really good in J-Stars, and he's really good in this game. Kaguya, her best move is Almighty Push. After that, she's not very good. Gaara's awesome in this game. He's just fucking awesome. Kakashi is also very awesome. Boruto, don't really like him. That's all I gotta say about the character. Pegasus Seiya from Saint Seiya, also very good character. Him and Shiryu are really good. For those of you who don't know Shiryu, he's from Saint Seiya 2. He's very good in this game. Awesome character. Ryu Saiba, I think he's the only one in this game that uses a gun. Very fun character. Kenshiro, my boy, the Omae wa Mou Shinderu, from Fist of the North Star. Really fun character. He's always been fun. He was fun in J-Stars. He's fun in this game. You just have tons of fun playing him. Ichigo, also a really good character. He was good, once again, good in J-Stars, good in this game. Renji is kind of weird, but I like him. He's growing on me. Sosuke Aizen. Aizen is fucking broken. Aizen was good in J-Stars. Aizen might be the best character in this game. He's just that good. He's just that good. Ruki is really good. Everything about her is really good. Gone. Kill. Actually, let's just to make this faster, to get these guys ready. So everybody from the Hunter x Hunter series, yeah, Hunter x Hunter series, everybody's good. Everybody from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is fucking amazing in this game. They are fucking unstoppable. All you're gonna hear for the next hour or 2 hours if you're playing against these teams is just order, or you're gonna hear Namu from from literally just across the screen, and you're gonna be like, wow, feels like I'm actually in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that's all they yell in that show anyway. All the Yu Yu Hakusho characters are good. Yusuke was trash in J-Stars. He's really good in this game. Kenshin and Makoto, Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin are really good. Yugi Moto is a monster in this game. He's an absolute freak show. His triangle special does 30-40%. It's busted as fuck. Izuku Midoriya, one of my favorite characters to play as, because he just feels really good. You just combo into most of everything that he does, except for Manchester Smash. That attack is impossible to hit anybody with. And then of course his ultimate, the Delaware Detroit Smash, 100%. Asta from Black Clover. Probably one of my favorite characters. Super fun. And then last, Dai from the Dragon Adventures, Adventures of Dai. Super good character. His character's busted. Um, but now that we got that out of the way, we'll go ahead and do the match start. So we'll actually we'll do some Midoriya, um, Frieza, and Monkey D. Luffy. And then we'll just stick the computer with whatever random assortment we can. But now that that's out of the way, let's get to the juicy stuff for both of our stream's sake.
Yeah, I went on and ended the stream. Yeah. So.
Oh, you did.
Well, it's just like it kind of. No, don't worry about it. It's all good. You go.
Okay, so Anthem.
You kind of started. You start kind of doing your Jump Force stuff, and just I'm doing SAO, so it's kind of like you're hearing like something on. Yeah, it's fine. Just you do.
Okay.
You're good.
So Anthem, we gotta talk about this. I mean, just like it's one of those things where I was just looking at it and I was just like, what the fuck happened? 6 years of development for this game, and this is what we got. Like this was the best we got presented with.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I wish I could say I didn't see this coming, but I obviously really saw this coming. So I mean, there's just nothing you can say. Just that, you know, this is everyone knew this was going to happen. No one was excited for this game. If anyone was excited for this game, you probably live under a rock. Just because, how could anyone be excited for an EA game? I know BioWare is the one who made it, obviously, but with EA pulling the strings in the background, nothing is good at any time. Maybe in the past it was, but honestly, I don't think gaming is ever going to get better until EA just is gone, completely gone. I think that Disney is ignorant of how bad EA is. They don't even care. They think that they're doing a great job with Star Wars. They even said that.
Oh my god. Oh.
So I mean, they literally said it's an article. You can find it. It blows my mind just how much they do not care about the fans. They don't care about
that is actually pretty unbelievable, honestly.
They just don't care. And they wonder why we don't like Star Wars. They wonder why we don't like any of the games that are being made. They wonder why, and they get upset. And then they make jokes about the Battlefield 5 crap that went down. And I mean, there's so many things you can say, and it all boils down to they just don't care at all. And that's the saddest franchise to not care about.
Yeah.
Out of all the franchises, that's the saddest one to not care about. And I can't get over it. It's my favorite franchise. Out of everything, is my favorite franchise. So you're telling me that we're probably never going to get any more good Star Wars games for a long time. I mean, there's a Star Wars game coming at the end of this year, but I am by no means excited for it. I'm expecting it to fail. I'm expecting it to suck, just because that's just how EA does things. I don't know. But Anthem is, oh my gosh. I mean, I called that. You had called me one day. I was actually getting RVs for like probably 30th time that day. And literally you were just like, hey, you know, you got Anthem coming out, looks pretty good, blah, blah, blah. I said, bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I got fooled because...
Be good.
Yeah, I got fooled because when I heard the original report for it from people who were playing like the demo and stuff, they were like, oh yeah, dude, the gameplay is like, you know, the gameplay is solid, and, you know, it looks like they're actually improving on some aspects from like what they did with Mass Effect Andromeda, and I was like, oh, well, that's actually sounding like some good news. Well, little did those people who had put that on there forgot to say, but they did shortly after that, was the problem was that they focused a little too much on trying to make it, you know, a little nice on the gameplay side, that they just forgot to do everything else in the game. So they tried to do the story aspect, and that fell through like nobody's business. And they basically,
It's like they don't have writers that can write a good story anymore.
yeah, even though they have BioWare,
I
they
mean,
have literally this.
Sword Art
The worst part,
Online.
the worst part about this was that they had essentially, you know, a lot of people with Mass Effect Andromeda, they're like, well, okay, well, it's BioWare Montreal, you know, whoever did it. It was not BioWare Montreal that did this.
It was the BioWare main,
It was the
like the main
BioWare
force.
that did this.
It was THE. Yeah. I mean, it's depressing. It's
Yeah.
there's nothing really you can. What you are seeing is actual murder happening right now. Like you are visually seeing it on a scale no one's ever seen before. You are
Yeah.
seeing literally EA is they should be sued for manslaughter. Because that's what they're doing to these companies, and I'm not even laughing anymore. I'm extremely pissed off. I'm done like with this crap. People, there are so many ignorant comments saying, "Hey, it's not EA. Stop blaming EA." And if you see those comments, immediately comment back saying, "Are you retarded?" Because that's exactly what they are. Shouldn't be saying that, but I guess the truth. It's the absolute truth. Truth sets you free, and some people are still in chains, sadly.
Yeah.
That was dope. Thanks.
Which
Really deep, but,
come up with some poetry shit.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's just something about watching a company that we all like grew up with and really had a lot of respect for just get essentially just devoured. Like they're just getting devoured by the cretin that is EA. And all of Electronic Arts stuff, you know, I thought about like going forward, because I mean at the beginning, like, admittedly, I will say this, I think a lot of people in the beginning when EA started to do this kind of thing, they were probably, okay, well, you know, they don't need to do this going forward in the future. They've learned from their mistake, and you know they will go forward in the future and not continue this type of business model. And then there were some that said, you know, no, this is going to be their new business model. They're going to do a games as a service type of deal with some of their new IPs that they're going to push out. And I didn't want to believe it, I think, at first, because after, you know, I think the last game that I really played before, the last EA game I think I really got into before Battlefront, the first Battlefront that EA produced, was probably Mass Effect 3. Because people forget that EA actually helped with Mass Effect 3 when it came out. And Dead Space. I think it was Dead Space 3. So I think the moral of the story is, don't let EA start to help you finish out your trilogies, but because apparently they'll own your soul after it. But like Respawn, I mean, Titanfall 2 was probably one of my favorite shooters that I've ever played in my entire life, just because it's like the mech suits mixed in with like ground combat fighting, and I mean, it's just really fun. And even Respawn says they will not be releasing Titanfall 3 while they are with EA, because they know that EA will force them to fuck it up. And that's so scary, that's so terrifying, that a studio like Respawn and BioWare or even BioWare Montreal or any of these other smaller companies that get bought out by them, they get overrun, they get overtaken. I think that's the scary part about it for me. So, I mean, you know, and I think me and you talked about for a little bit, Mondo, about like where, you know, I guess the incoming games market crash that people are predicting will happen, and
I don't even know if I would consider it a crash. Like, I think that there's enough gaming companies out there that if like EA fell through, we would be completely fine.
yeah, I think the thing that I think we were talking about is just like, I think at the beginning, it would just hurt like the people who invested in it, of course, so like the stockholders on like Wall Street who had invested money in EA and stuff like that. They would lose money, no doubt, and you'd see a dip in some of the some of the investments going into I guess the gaming industry, because usually when investors, when a company like that goes under, investors are like, well, I'm not sure if we want to go, and might not want to invest in any other companies because it looks like they're on the down key, and that. Yeah, as far as like think about like sponsors that video games get now from like companies like Mountain Dew, Doritos, and stuff like that. All these companies, they probably won't invest in other companies that try to do the same business market or the business model that EA does. So another company like Activision would still get them, but they're doing games as a service too. So if they go under too, then, and if we as gamers reject the business model that EA and Activision have, then, and let's say those companies do go under, well, I mean, it will still take the industry will still take a hit. We'll still be fine, I believe, because the gaming industry, I mean, it's the fucking gaming industry. Who doesn't like video games? Like, the amount of people that buy video games every year is just stupendous. And the quality of games is still going up, no matter what anybody really says. But as far as like the way the games are looking and their appeal to certain audiences and stuff, that's still there. So you could still have that, but it's still going to be I think it's going to be still very confusing for like people going forward in the industry. They're going to be like, what are we going to do about these certain this own scenario that we've created for ourselves. But that's actually nice. We got a little bit of Yugimoto action going on too while I'm talking about this. So we got the Dark Magician out. But also I think really too the entire just aspect of oh god, we got caught in that, but oh my god, I didn't think it was actually gonna hit me. But anyway, like I was saying, the entire gaming industry as a whole, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It'll be fine. It'll just be that initial hit where we probably might lose a company like BioWare as like the first kind of casualty, and whether it's going to be Respawn as well. We don't know if that's going to be the case, but I hope it's not, because BioWare is too good of a company to have that utter crap happen to them.
There's just nothing really you can say about it, man. I mean, it's exhausting hearing the same crap over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, we've talked about this so many times. It's just like, you have idiots in control. You have kids with like a lot of money and power throwing crap around like they know something about it. In all reality, all they're doing is making the community worse. You're just being more divisive. It's sad. We live in very, don't get me wrong, we were very blessed with the things we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some games that are great, but you just have people in charge that all they care about is just extorting everything you can give them. They want as much money out of you as possible because they know that gamers are very devoted people, and they will pay extra money if they can to get what they want. And they will pay extra money, and every single time. I mean, they should be sued for fraud. EA should be sued for fraud. Bethesda should be sued for fraud for the Fallout 76 steal, because it's straight up lying. It's you're lying to the consumer about what you're basically going to be selling, and straight up lying. So you tell me. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of being disappointed. I really am. I know I know every year there's always gonna be like the craptastic games that come out. Everyone knows that. It's nothing new. But why is it the AAA games that get away with it?
Yeah, it's just
Why do they get to get away with it? All these other companies that may have made one mistake in the past, you know what I mean? They just get shat on. They lose everything. But you have just freaking EA that's still around. How are they still around? Like, just why are they still around? Like, that's what blows my mind. That's what keeps me up at night, wondering about the gaming community as a whole. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. Anthem looks amazing. It's beautiful, but a beautiful game that plays well does not make a good game. In the words of Angry Joe, it's as vast as an ocean, but as a depth of a puddle.
Yes, that still might be one of the greatest things he's ever.
The best parts of all time, in my opinion. I still think.
As far as reviewing a game, that's he was. I think that was back when like I feel like we were just starting to get a taste of what it was like to be disappointed moving forward in the future. Like that was the taste that we had, and because it was going to be, I think, one of those games that was supposed to going to save people's imagination of what games could be. Moving forward, because No Man's Sky, you could go anywhere that you wanted to in this galaxy that they made, and getting, it was advertised, you just get in your ship and go. You and your friends go into, whatever planet you wanted to go into. The planet be filled with life, or it could be cold and barren, and you could participate in these big space battles and choose sides with different factions. And then when you get the game, and then you get the game and you realize that nothing is remotely like that. And you're just kind of sitting there scratching your head going, well, where the fuck did we go wrong here? And then you realize, oh wait, no, they did lie to us. And then once people started seeing that, they were like, oh fuck, we can't have this happen again. And yet, we keep getting expected, but not but still not happy about it. So it's just become the norm to be kind of disappointed with pretty much most of everything that we pick up. Because we'll say something in our head like, oh, what if this would happen in the game? Oh, wouldn't that be cool? And then they say the game's gonna have a sequel. You go, people are sending stuff to the heads of the development team going, hey, wouldn't this be cool? You could have this in the game, or you could have a mission where everybody does this and you have to fight along as a team and stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, we know, we're exploring those options. What they're really saying when those interviews is that, man, we haven't fucking thought about that at all, man. We're 80% into completing this battle royale game, and yeah, we god damn, we hadn't thought about that at all. So, I mean, and even for people who are wanting different stuff to come out, essentially, Diablo is a good example. The Diablo Immortal stuff that Blizzard did recently. I think it might have been the beginning of this year. It might have been BlizzCon. I think it was in January, or maybe the beginning of January, right after Christmas. And everybody was like, "Oh man, Diablo 4, here we go." Diablo 4 is going to get announced. And instead of Diablo 4, Blizzard decides to release a mobile game of Diablo, and decides to make the quick cash grab out of it. And they said this is what we're trying to do for Diablo games, maybe moving forward, having them only as having some that will only strictly be mobile games. And you could just tell that people in that conference got so pissed off that the one guy actually asked if it was an April Fool's joke, and which I thought was hilarious.
I mean, it's deserved. Absolutely.
Yeah, and
deserved.
I mean, they straight up bold-faced told, they're like, no, this is our brand new Diablo game, and you could just tell that he wanted to go up there and smack somebody in the fucking face. He wanted to hit somebody, and I don't blame him. Some of those people who are at those BlizzCons and stuff, that's all they play. Some of those people don't play any other game besides Diablo. And even some of them had problems with Diablo 3. So they were like, okay, maybe Diablo 4 will be the saving grace where we can all still come together as the Diablo community and voice our concerns to the... Nope. don't even bother, because Blizzard isn't going to listen. They're not going to listen at all, and that's become very clear because they probably sensed that they're going to take a hit from the mobile game, and they already started laying off people. They started laying off employees, and after a record year of sales, started laying people off. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like what the fuck is everyone up to? Like, it's not even what they're thinking. What are they up to? What is it? What is it that they're up to? Because it seems as though there is some type of like intention with it, like with Activision even. Like Destiny 1, pretty fucking trash. Destiny 2, also trash. But you know, people who defended Destiny 2 said, well, at least they listened a little bit and they tried to give us, you know, a good story and they tried to explain everything. I played Destiny 2. Where was the story at?
Well, see,
non-existent.
Well, you know, it did have a story though. I think you are wrong about that. You have to imagine it, and then it's.
That was another good review he had, where he had the Cobra Commander. They can create their own stories by killing the same mobs of enemies over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
that was pretty good.
The Division. I think that's what it was. I don't remember.
No, that was It was his first Destiny review. That's what it was. Yeah, and
you just. Everything EA, you know how Lion King says everything life touches is our kingdom?
No.
Literally, anything that EA touches turns to ash.
Oh my god.
I just don't get how nobody sees that.
No, I don't either.
Dude, I will never buy a sports game ever again.
Yeah,
never. If you buy an NFL game, you are stupid. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You should have seen it. You look up Angry Joe, and everyone always says, I gotta talk about one thing that makes me super pissed every time I see it. That just makes me just angry every time I see it. People said that you have to buy a game to have an opinion on it.
Absolutely not.
I cannot stand that thought. And here's the reason behind it. You do not have to pay almost $100 to have an opinion.
Yeah,
if you feel like that is the truth, I'm sorry, you are wrong. You could easily look up another YouTuber or someone reviewing a game or something like that. I would do this. I'll take a step up. I say go look up some gameplay of it, and do multiple hours of gameplay just so you can make your own decision. That's what I do. I look at reviews, but I look at the gameplay. I look at the positive things people are saying, and like I look at the negatives with what they're saying, and that's how I make my decision. But some people would just say, hey, if you literally like if you say that like I'm losing my train of thought here, but you cannot have an opinion if you don't buy the game. If someone says that, immediately write them off, because that is just not the case. It's thanks to YouTubers like Angry Joe and all these other people that we can like actually have some sort of defense against crappy and malpractice of games that prevent us from wasting our money and our time. So I literally can't stand people like that say that you can't do that. I think that's a really shallow thing. I do think you should give the game a time of day, but not blindly give them money when you know nothing about it. Do some research of your own. Look up videos of other people playing the game. Look up reviews. But guess what? If you're talking about Anthem, everyone talked about how bad it was. Even IGN.
Yeah. Who gave Kingdom Hearts 2 a 7 out of 10.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure Kingdom Hearts 3 got like an 8 or 9 out of 10, $10.
I think it got an 8. I think an 8.9 maybe.
And they got an 8-point stupid scale. Anyway, but literally, but Anthem has like a 6 something, like a 6.5 or something like that. And everyone's like rating it like on like 4s, 5s, and Angry Joe gave it a 4. I think it's very well deserving of a 4. After you see, everyone's like, dude, the game's so great. After you see the quests and how broken the rewards are, and like how pointless and just grindy it is. There's a difference between good grind and bad grind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not against grind. I
Well,
think
they
grind's
messed
a good
up.
thing.
They messed up. He was right. I mean, they messed up the loot in a loot shooter.
Like, he has like 120,000 something, and like the end level quest, if you finish it, like the everything, you get like 2,000 gold. What is up with that? There's no new armor, no armor pieces. You only get 2 apiece. But if you want other stuff, you have to buy it.
Damn.
Every gun is the same. Like there's there's the guns that are no different, like from a rare to like a common. Very seldom are there any difference. And you wonder why people are angry. And you wonder why people don't want to buy your game. And you wonder why your games are going to continue to fail, EA. It's because literally you don't know what the hell you're doing. You've lost all sense of anything natural. You've lost sense of everything. And it's deserved. EA deserves everything that's happening to it because they literally cannot get their heads out of their asses enough to just see the garbage that they're putting out.
Nah, yeah. I mean,
They are cutting corners in everything that they're doing.
Yeah, and I can only picture it as far as like maybe like part of but like part of me wants to just think that like it's almost like I live in like an alternate reality where EA has become a shitty ass corporation, and I need to get back to the real world where like they're like this like kind and like very benevolent like a superpower of video game stuff. But no, then I had to remind myself that no, this is the fucking real world, and that everything that's going on is actually their fucking fault. But it's, and I mean, as much as I do probably yak on them, I do think, it's still about 98% their fault probably. The other 2% probably is the actual developers. So I would still say...
I absolutely disagree.
I think some stuff as far as the gameplay aspect stuff, I think EA still lets the developers go where they decide they want to go as far as like doing the actual like some of the gameplay aspects. So I'm sure with Anthem they let BioWare go, okay, you guys have, free reign with the combat and how it's going to flow and everything. We just want you to put this in here so it'll actually make it slower. So that way they can buy our stuff from the loot box packages that we put in there. I'm sure BioWare. I'm sure BioWare is like, well, you're the fucking boss. Yeah, sure. I mean,
I guarantee you, it is 110% EA. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like glitches in the game, I do get that a little bit, and like what you're saying is it's definitely EA. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely think it's because the EA has a gun to these people's heads, and they're basically telling them like what to focus on, what matters most, monetize the frick out of this, get as much money out of it as possible. That's all they care about.
That's why Respawn's not going to make... Yeah, Respawn, that's why Respawn will not make Titanfall 3. They will not allow their game to be sabotaged by microtransactions, and I don't blame them. And good for them for standing their ground.
Apex is bringing that stuff in now.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that. Apex is bringing in Titans.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, they've had... well, because who makes Apex Legends? Is it Respawn?
Just Respawn. EA didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
I don't think. Which like that explains a lot why it's so good.
Yeah, it really does, honestly. Because I usually I don't really care for a lot of battle royale stuff. I think I stopped playing after like 1 week of Fortnite, and I just got really fucking tired of it. I think they're the same thing over and over again. Fortnite, PUBG, even Apex, I think covers the same type of stuff in there. So I'm not really big on the bandwagon of that whole thing. But I know you're probably not either. But it's just I don't see the appeal for battle royale. I really don't. I appreciate it. I don't see the appeal for it myself. Oh god, we're actually getting our butt whooped by Dio Brando. Oh my god. Oh god. See see
Yeah.
guys in the stream, what I tell you, all you hear is dum 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 dum. I really want to find out who the voice actors for the characters from JoJo's are, because they are, you know, they got to be having a good fucking time.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
No doubt
you
about it.
literally, it's literally like, you know, everybody in the booth is just fucking cracking up. You just hear somebody go. Oh, we about to hit him with that tasty ultimate right here. Mm. Golly, Jotaro's so fun. Golly, look at this character. You got the little thing that pops up too, and you can charge it, and then when you block it, the little stand thing comes to save him. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Starfinger. And that's nice. That's how we counted the fuck out of people. Yay! Let's see if we can do some Sasuke gameplay. We haven't really touched on our boy Sasuke here. Oh, we got the Chidori, the classic Chidori, Onyx Chidori actually. We got the Fireball Jutsus, Amaterasu, broken as fuck in this game actually. Look at this. So if he stands in that for too long, which he's actually doing a terrible job of right now, but if he stands in that too long, he'll get to take the damage, and then you can tell it to fall him with the little Kagutsu thing that he does. It's so broken. Broken as fuck. It's actually sad that there's only certain things in Naruto that that I actually know the Japanese stuff for. Like, just from watching the Japanese dub before I watched the English dub for the Fourth Great Ninja War, and of course just like regular Naruto. But fun fact: most of the Uchiha brothers, the Sasuke and Itachi, have named their attack moves after I think it's Japanese gods, like the Shinto gods. Amaterasu is the Japanese god of the sun, and Tsukiyomi is the god of the moon. I know the English translation for Chidori, I think, is something like singing bird or something like that, because of the sound it makes when it like sparks up, like the little bird sound. I'm not sure what the Rasengan means in English. Maybe the I do know what the Susanoo means for in Japanese. It's the English translation for fucking unstoppable, but it's just nasty. Oh. But I'm actually going to go ahead and cut the stream off right here just because I think I messed up your stream that was going on. So I'm going to go ahead and end my stream and after this next match, and then you can hop back on y'all stream and do that. But let's see, we got to go out the bang here. So we're going to do let's do Rio. Let's do the sweeper of legend.
Do it.
With our boy Kinchiro. The watch out. And let's do some Kakashi Hatake. Let's do some of that. Against Vegitsters.
Oh,
Gara. Yeah, Gara. And let's do who needs to be on the other team? Let's do Gone from Hunter x Hunter. And we're gonna fight in Mexico, yay!
I'm just doing some grinding right now on Hollow Realization.
Oh yeah. Now, Hollow Realization, that was the one where you could like fly around though, right?
No, that's Lost Song.
Yeah, that's Lost Song, okay.
And that's the one that was trash.
Yeah, Lost Song.
I've played all the SAO.
I couldn't get past the first part of the game because all the NPC players would keep attacking me in the same spot.
Yeah, I know exactly which one. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're super broken. Yeah, and once you beat them, you don't get anything. It's no, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree. Like, Lost Song was definitely a cash grab. It was not a good game at all.
Hollow Realization was.
Hollow Realization. That's the. I don't know if you ever played Hollow Realization, but Hollow Fragment's when I showed you way back in the day.
Hollow Fragment was really good.
See, I loved Hollow Fragment. I think Hollow Fragment, you know, again, everyone doesn't know, it's Sword Art Online. It's the games with it. Some people don't like the games. That's totally fine. I get that. But for the fans, we love the games. Yeah. They're really good. I beat Hollow Fragment. I think I'm on my second playthrough of it. I haven't played it religiously in a while. But when I was like playing it, dude, because I just got done watching Sword Art Online and like more SAO. Like I wanted my fix of SAO. And I saw Lost Song was coming out. I immediately got Lost Song as soon as it released, and I was immediately disappointed. But it's fine. I mean, it wasn't horrible by any means, but it just was not good. It was a very mediocre. It was a very average, very low. I would say below average game, in my opinion. It definitely wasn't horrible, but very below average. But Hollow Realization, I got Hollow Realization. It came right after Lost Song, I think, or no, it came after the SAO versus Excel World game, and I didn't play that one. I don't know. But anywho, but Realization came out, and it basically took Hollow Fragment and like updated it and made it look better. It feels better. It's not clunky anymore, and the combat just a way better way it was. And that's why I like Hollow Realization. And I got Witcher 3 at the same time, so like when I started playing the crap out of The Witcher instead of this game, so I really didn't give this game the time of day, so I just ended up getting bored with it. But now I'm back, and like I'm really liking it. I'm actually really invested in the world again, which is nice because I love me some SAO. I love I can't remember what the genre of anime it's called. It's like Sekai. I think it's what it's called, a Sekai. That's a genre of like you're in a video game world and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that's Rising of the Shield Hero. That's Overworld. That's Sword Art Online. Log Horizon. That's the type of anime that we're talking about. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. I haven't even checked my sword skills. Let's see.
Oh God. Okay, we gotta put Kakashi in. Here we go.
Go that. Circle.
Take that other eye out. Get that Mangekyo out. Get the Mangekyo out, son. Get the Mangekyo out. Let's go. Let's fuck Gara up real quick. Fuck Gara up real quick. Let's go. Oh yeah, combo into these two. Oh no. Kamui lightning blade. Yeah, that's
actually pretty dope.
that's instant death.
Insta Q. This combo free. You think he's not under sword still connect? Oh wow. Ooh.
I actually kind of want to pull off his little counter move, because Kakashi's counter move is definitely one of the most cool looking things in the game. It's super nice. He does like a little like earth style mud wall, and then like the water style tsunami. Super dope looking. I really want to pull that off here. Let's see. For the fans. For the fans. For the fans. Let me do it. For the fans. For the fans. For the fans. Let me do it. For the fans. Vegeta, quit. Vegeta. Vegeta, stop. There we go. Earth style, mud wall, water style, giant vortex jutsu.
Yeah, let's use that. Why can't I not use that? Fuel points, not SP cost 100. How much SP do I have? What the frick? Okay, I can use that. Why can't I use that yet? Set palette. Maybe I already have that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's right there. Let's see.
Oh, he fell for the trap card.
Oh, that's. Well, no, I have thrusting attack.
Oh. Fell for the trap card. Boom.
Is there only a certain amount I can have?
Yeah, most swag in the game goes to Rio. Most swag.
The swag. Do people still say swag these days?
Oh, I mean, they don't have to, but I mean, you know, just for.
Maybe cool if they did, you know.
Yeah. God. Alright, well, that's my few matches with Jump Force. Still liking the game, still really enjoying it. Like I said though, the story definitely leaves me wanting just a whole bunch more.
Which is really disappointing coming from that game.
Yeah, just because like it has literally just all of these characters that they could have had more interactions with. Like, just imagine like Goku talking to, you know, Dragon Shiryu about like being a saint, and like how supposedly the saints like move at like super high speeds, and Goku's like talking to him about like how he met some aliens that invented a similar technique, like instant transmission, what he's talking about, and how like he uses it, and like just like little conversations like that. Like that's all they have to do. There are some good instances of that, like Trunks I think actually talks to
super rare.
Yeah, it is. Like there's one good one where Trunks is talking to Light Yagami from a Death Note. They have a really good conversation.
Why is Igami? That's I have to say that's a really stupid choice in my opinion.
Yeah, he's basically there for the plot. Like he doesn't fight any, which would have been awesome if Ryuk actually like fought, and then like his ultimate could just be writing their name in the Death Note, and it just kills them instantly. But you can't use Light for the rest of the match. Like stuff like that. Like see, even I can help Jump Force out. Like Jump Force should have hired me for a story director. Fuck. Like,
I don't know if they even know what to do with some of these characters anymore. Like it's pretty broken no matter what you come up with. Like it's going to be kind of hard to come up with. You know what I'm saying? But like, good freaking.
But it can still be done though. Like
but,
yeah, it could have. It still has a possibility of being done. The only problem that I have with it is just like there are some like Kenshiro has like maybe one spoken line in the story mode. He has one.
That is pathetic.
And this is coming from one of the oldest anime characters of all time. He gets one. just because his anime is not as popular. Midoriya actually gets a really good scene. Again, because he's more popular and he's newer, but he actually gets a really good scene where he talks about like being a hero and stuff, and it actually goes pretty well with like the story. He goes up against like one of the villains for the story and is just talking like, you know, how like All Might's teaching him like how to become a hero and everything, like stuff like that. That is where like the narrative like shines, when you actually have the characters talking to each
Wait,
other.
All Might's in the game?
He will be. There's some data mining for the DLC
There's
that
no
they're
way
going to
that
release
he
for the
wouldn't
game.
be in the game. It's All
Yeah.
Might. There's no way.
The
I'm
only-
surprised that he was in the game first.
The thing that I think a lot of people didn't want him to be in the game for was that they thought he was going to play exactly the same as Midoriya, but that, I mean, it's not going to be the case. I mean, All Might has vastly different moves than Midoriya
Vastly,
does.
just watch the anime, yeah, dude.
Yeah, so there's obviously some big differences there. There was 2 Bleach characters that actually looked really good, and of course, Seto Kaiba will be DLC.
That would have killed me if that wasn't
If it was a
Seto
Seto
Kaiba.
Kaiba. Mokuba.
You better be ready for my new attack. Kaiba, what are you going to use?
Kaiba.
Is it the Blue Eyes White Dragon? No, Yugi. It's the power of my credit card.
Oh god. Let's see. There was
Yugi.
yeah, yes, Yugi. There was one character from Hunter x Hunter that's going to be in here, who looks like a pretty fucking joke character. Madara is DLC. I think they're
They
gonna.
shouldn't have even done Madara
Yeah,
again.
However, it's not the reanimated Madara. This is like the end of the Great Ninja War, like Sage's Six Pass Madara.
Oh, broken Madara. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
I can vibe.
it's gonna be super broken Madara.
I can vibe with that.
So that'll actually be nice. Because I think the data mining actually has him as just Sage Madara. So I think that's like the data code for him. So that'll be pretty dope. I'm actually just honestly excited for Seto Kaiba, because if he plays anything like
See,
Yugi, he'll be
cool to me.
nasty.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, having like Yugi and Seto Kaiba, like
Yeah.
that's actually pretty exciting. I may end up picking up the game myself, but I guess the one thing that ruins it for me, and you already know what it is.
Mhm.
What is it?
Oh, the no 2-player.
No.
For team battles,
freaking
yeah.
two-player. Like,
Yeah.
wah!
I think the only way I feel like they could probably fix it is if they had a system to where you could do you could still do the tag team aspect. So like, you both pick a character that you're going to control for like the whole match, and then just do that. Like when you're at the character select screen, player 1 picks, player 1 would probably be control of 2 characters, but player 2 would still have their character that they would control whenever they get swapped out, and then you could do like the swap out system. That would be cool. And if they did that, I mean, I could see them wanting to definitely substitute that for the 2-player option. But that's probably the one thing that I do miss a hell of a bunch in J-Stars versus this game. This game was pretty much designed to be played, one player and online, and you could still do local battles with like against the player, but J-Stars had the option at least to like have your character and then your friend team up on a team with you versus the other Jump characters, and that is nice. Now, I will say the character creation in this game is very good. They have a ton of options for you. Some of the clothing is questionable because some of it's recycled from other characters, but they at least changed the color palettes and stuff to make it, better. If they would have charged for extra outfits, I would probably have broken the disc in half, but they didn't, thank God. So that's good. Good on Bandai Namco for not charging for us for colors. I mean, I'm not paying $5 for a blue T-shirt.
You're charging me $2 for blue? Is that picture blue? Blue.
Is that blue? Is that blue? You're charging me $2 for blue? Is that blue? Oh
Like
my
an angry
god.
girl.
Anthem also is doing that too, by the way.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Yeah,
facts. I
yeah.
mean, you can customize, but like, it's just nothing to customize with. It's pretty lame.
Yeah. But I think I'll go ahead and go ahead and end the stream right there. We're almost at an hour on the stream, so that's nice. And like I said, since I've been moving into the new place, I'll probably have a little bit more opportunity to go ahead and start getting the stream rolling back up. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, make sure to like and comment on the video. Just make sure you subscribe as well. You can join the Aries Game Production Nation. And also, of course, check out the boy Mondo, Modification Gaming Channel.
Bless you.
So make sure to do that as well. But I'll see you guys next time. So long, and keep on trekking.